So, this is BSnBanter, second biggest, second best live podcast in the world. I'm Tyler, and this is Theo.
I'm Theo. Happy to be here.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
hell yeah. So, you're a local comedian,
Yeah, I try.
Davis, California. How long did you decide you wanted to pursue comedy?
Like, when did I decide?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Probably last year I decided, like, around last October, I was, like, in a point where I wasn't very happy with myself and kind of figured, like, hey, I'm gonna not like myself either way, so might as well, like, try to write and do some jokes and shit,
Right.
you know.
Try and make other people happy.
Yeah, dude. It was a big thing where it's like, listen, I hate my life, I hate myself, but if I can get 20 people to like it, like me, then maybe I'm not that bad.
Dang. Profound. I like that. Alright. You started in Davis, and how often you say you go up? Like, I've seen you around town.
I used to go up twice a week, every week, so there's two bars, you know, G Street, Wonder Bar, and Sophia's that do open mics, and I started at Sophia's. They run from, I think it's April till October, and then G Street took over, but there was some overlap in April, and so I was doing one a week until April, and then two a week every week April till then. But then I got banned from G Street,
Oh, yeah.
which is fucking annoying.
I think you told me about that earlier. Do you want to, like, get into that at all?
Yeah, I'd be down, dude. I just was, like, really drunk and, like, on drugs, and I went up for one set. The first set I did, it was fine, not great, but then hella more people came, and so I was like, can I go up again and do another set? But I was just kind of, like, making myself do it, whereas, like, I didn't have any material or anything. I just was like, let me get on stage and see if I can do something, just shit on people. One dude was like, he was impressive that you didn't even tell, like, a single joke. I was like, fuck. And then, like, that just made fun of these people, like, pretty, like, mean, like, just being, like, mean, like, not funny, really, just, like, being a dick. And they complained about me, and the people were like, yeah, you can't come back for a little bit.
Dang. So, that kind of sucks. Do you think you said anything, like, it was just over the line, or
No.
people were just annoyed?
It wasn't over the line, it was just
Yeah.
people were just like, this isn't funny, you're just being an asshole. So, I think, like, I've never gotten in trouble for over the line shit.
Right.
Just, like, things that one person's come up to me and been like, that wasn't funny. You're not funny. But that was fine. That was funny in itself.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of the things about comedy is that, like the point of, like, art is to make people feel things. So even if they feel terrible,
Yeah, even if they hate you and feel like you're a piece of shit, like,
it's something.
you made them feel that way.
Yeah.
It's impressive.
It's-
It's like acting, where it's like, it's harder to act like it's like harder to act and make the audience hate you than it is to make a character, like, it's harder to make a character hateable than likable.
Right.
And so if you can really piss people off, it's more impressive.
Yeah, I mean, I think people, they see comedy as, like, a separate thing because they feel like it's just, like, a person in front of them saying jokes, and they're like, okay, this is who you are, just an evil person who wants people to feel bad, right? Like, does that get you at all, or, like, how do you separate, like when you're doing comedy versus, like, when you're off?
I don't know. In my act, I just kind of hope I try and just convey that I'm not a bad person. Like, I don't know, I try and I keep it very light. Like, I feel like body language is a huge part of it, you know, and so I just generally have my demeanor as a person, I feel like, is just a lot more happy-go-lucky kind of than the shit I talk about. I think that kind of makes people a bit more comfortable, but I definitely don't think I'm a great person. Like, I'm not an awesome dude. Like, I definitely I'm a bit inconsiderate, and I think that shows in my comedy, where it's like like I talked about like the Uvalde shooting last night.
Right.
People did not fuck with it. People hated it.
Very soon.
Yeah, it was like yesterday or
Yeah,
2 days ago that it
super
happened.
recent.
And I don't know, that's just how it works with me. Like, if something bad happens, you just go into that, oh, that's funny because of this. It's like that garbage truck. The girl that got killed in that garbage truck.
I didn't hear about that.
Oh, dude, this girl got, you know, Hutchinson and, like, LaRue, the intersection? So it was, like, early in the morning, and apparently she got, like, hit by a garbage truck, died. Super sad, super fucked up. But how do you not see a fucking garbage truck?
Right.
Like, it's early in the morning. There's no other cars on the road.
It's pretty big, and they make a lot of noise.
Dude, they're super loud.
Shit.
You know what I think happened? I think the garbage truck stopped short, and she wasn't paying attention. She also stopped short, gets catapulted into the back, crushed.
Oh.
I don't think so. That'd be wild.
I think she's just tailgating this
Yeah,
garbage truck.
just driving super aggro, like this
She
garbage.
got brake tracked.
Yeah, dude, the people at the garbage brake check fucking flew in.
Yeah, you're right. There's some comedy there.
Right? But it's just like as soon as tragedy strikes, it's never like I don't really feel bad ever really, unless it's like I'll get angry and shit. Like I'll be like, fuck, like this is really horrible, and I guess I do feel bad, but I don't know, for some reason the way I process it is just like like I think I make things digestible to myself through humor. Where
Right.
it's like this is horrible, but I'm not going to be able to like wrap my head around it in any other way. So this is how I do it.
Yeah, that makes sense. Is there anything like you're afraid to tackle, like you're not willing to go into?
Yeah, I don't like talking about race because I'm just a white guy, so
Right.
it's really come easy to me. It's
Fair.
like it's super easy being a straight white guy. like I walk into a room and people just listen to me. Like people like there's a weird type of white guy confidence where like you just feel like you could like talk to anybody and just like ask for directions from anybody, anywhere, anytime, and it's just not the case, dude. It's like there's sometimes where you're just like, fuck off. Like, I don't want to talk to you.
Right.
Like, I'm like, excuse me? They're like, no. Like, what?
Shit. So just race.
A lot of race. Like, it's just because I'm not an authority on the subject. I can talk about how I function in the society, but I don't really have the experience to talk about how it, like, living in the society affects any other race, except for it's shitty. And, like, you're in danger if you're not white a lot of the time. It's like people are scared of you and they react scary, I feel like. Just because we've been programmed to be that way.
Society.
Fucking society, dude. It's lit.
Shit. So like you recently got kicked out of G Street. Is that like the worst reaction you got on stage? Like where someone's like, okay, no more? Or like have you gotten people like get aggro in the moment, like come up or like I'm just thinking of like the Will Smith recent.
Right.
You know?
No, nobody's Will Smith.
Yeah.
Man. Thank God.
Not yet.
Yeah, not yet, dude. Hopefully. Maybe I'll get there one day, dude. Maybe if anybody that's like alopecia comes in, I'll try and recreate it. Is your husband here?
Yeah.
You're alopecia, girl. You don't have hair, right?
Yeah.
Ah, this is perfect.
Great.
But like, this woman that comes to a lot of my shows, who like is a big supporter. I don't want to say fan, but like she supports me a lot. Like I told this Vietnam War joke. I was like, it's always weird when you see people like wearing like proud veteran of Vietnam War. It's like, what are you really proud of? It's like, what, you fucking committed some war crimes and then you got like a little thing, or it's like, if you got like a badge, like if you got decorated for the Vietnam War, it's like, what, you burned down a village or something. And she, after the show, she was like, you're usually pretty funny. Like, that was not funny. Like, you were not funny. And I was like, oh, like, okay, like, sorry. And she was like, my dad was in Vietnam. My dad just died from exposure to Agent Orange. And he was like, he was in Vietnam. He didn't want to be there. Like, he was drafted. Like, he didn't want to fucking be there. And I was like, oh, fuck, like, my bad. But then it like turned into a whole bit where like I did that bit on stage too, where it was like, now I can turn that into, because it's kind of a funny situation. I thought it was kind of funny.
Everything's comedy.
Yeah, it was just like, when I told the story about her telling me that, it's also when you're on stage and you're not funny, people love to know that you know you're not funny. So it's like it makes it more comfortable. It's like at least he doesn't think he's funny. It's where it's like if you can be like, guys, listen, I'm so sorry. Like I know you are enjoying this. It's not the best stuff. Like
You're like, hey, look, he's self-aware.
yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, thank God, there's not like an elephant in the room.
Right.
Where it's like, listen, we don't have to act like you're funny anymore. Like, we can just like accept that you know you're not funny.
Shit. So let's see. Have you like thought about exploring other venues besides the two that you're currently, I guess, one now, right?
Yeah, just one. Next week I'll be able to go back to G Street. This is the last week of the band.
Okay.
So yeah, it was like technically like a 3-week band pretty much, but yeah, I went down to Comedy Spot, tried to sign up, but like I went because my problem is if I have too much time before a set, I just start drinking, and then it just goes downhill.
Right.
Because I just get bored as fuck. It like I don't really think it's nerves as much as it's me just being bored. It's getting really bored. Like if I can go in and do a set and then get out, then it's fine. But if I'm fucking waiting in line, hella. And so I missed the line, waited for a while, and just got really drunk and left. So
Nice.
it wasn't a successful thing.
So you prefer going first?
Yeah, I want to get up as soon as I can before I have time to like get stoned or drunk. 'Cause, like it's like always like fuck, like, because you don't want to just sit in the bar or sit at the place, fucking fingers like twiddling your thumbs. Like generally it's like I want to get a drink or like sit with something or I'll feel awkward.
No, you don't know what to do with your hands.
Yeah, dude, I don't know what to do with my hands ever, dude. It's like Always Sunny where it's like, hi, where do my feet go? When I'm on stage, sometimes I don't know, like I like my feet, like I want them to be facing. I don't want to be open too much. It's just a lot of fucking annoying, obnoxious shit.
I think that's funny. Like I don't think anyone's looking at your feet.
Yeah, but I'm like very
right.
conscious of it. Like I'm like really like fucking like honed in on this small aspect of it.
You're like, that guy over there has a clear view of my right foot.
Yeah,
Like, what is he thinking?
I hope he doesn't see my bad angle.
Yeah.
He's on my bad foot angle.
Shit. Alright, how often do you write new stuff versus like repeat it?
I'm always writing new shit down, and I'm usually trying it out too. I've been in like a slump. The last month and a half, I like have been writing significantly less than I usually do, and like I've just been not caring as much about the sets. Where it's like I'll like write a set list like right before I go up of like, oh, maybe I could use that joke there, or like I'll have like right now on me I have like a list of just like one-liners, and so like sometimes I'll like go through and just like pick out a couple of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to go like clean, trying to get really clean right now, and it sucks because all my material that I fall back on is super dirty.
Right.
And so it's like I'll try clean shit, but then I'll get flustered or something, and then just have to fall back on like diarrhea jokes. like foreskin jokes.
Foreskin.
It sucks, dude.
Classics.
The classics, dude. Bringing it back. That was like my first 5 I ever had. I probably was like just all circumcision jokes.
Dang, just 5
Just
straight
5 minutes of just like talking about circumcision and like foreskin.
Foreskin.
Like there's this one thing where it's like that's how like the rabbis do it. Like they have a quota they gotta fill, and then the foreskin is like instead of stopping brisk, it's stopping bris. Like shit like that. Where it's just like just not really that sustainable. Like I don't want to be the foreskin guy. As the circumcision comic.
We get a lot of bookings at like bar mitzvahs, probably.
Yeah, dude, they'd love me, dude. The Jewish crowd loves me, dude.
Shit. Alright. Comedy. Fuck. What's like it's like a funny story that's happened to you lately.
I don't know, man. Dude, I ate like hella fettuccine alfredo. I ate so much. I wasn't even fucked up. Like I ate so much that I threw up.
Dang.
Like it was so dumb. I just have like poor, like impulse. Like I'm not very well regulated. I don't think so. If I'm bored, I'm very compulsive about everything that I do. So it's like I'll go through like I'll have like eating days and not eating days sometimes where it's like if I'm working and taking Adderall and shit, like I'll like not eat that much or I'll have like one meal at the end of the day or like nothing for like 2 days, 3 days, and then I'll eat for like 2 days straight, just eating the whole time. It just kills me, it just fucks my stomach up so
It's like
badly.
intermittent fasting.
Literally, it's like that, but it's like it's not a choice.
Yeah.
It's like my appetite's like suppressed and I'm just stressed. But yeah, I ate so much that I fucking just threw up like multiple times, and then the next day I had the worst diarrhea I'd had in just so long. Where it was like they had a squatty potty, right? So I used to like shit squatted on the toilet like that, you know, like both like
That's insane. Yeah.
it was well that was until like high school that I would have to do that at high school, where I would prop my pants up and
Yeah.
like put my shoes down, pants, and hold them up so it looks like somebody's sitting there, because you can't have it locked but no feet, you know, because people will be like sussed out, and so like I would be like squatting like that, and then you gotta like tuck the shirt on your thing so it doesn't tangle, dude. And so I'd be like having to like wipe, and I was a big like I couldn't wipe like without water. Like, so, like, there'd be times where, like, I didn't have anything else, so I'd flush and, like, dip the fucking toilet seat back into the water and then wipe my ass with it, dude. It was, like, it took me a while to, like, actually grow out of that phase.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like you do well in Europe. They don't got, like, bidets over there,
Mhm.
you know? So it's just common.
But, dude, bidets scare me, too. Because bidets, like, I feel like they're just blasting, because they have the bounce back, right? When the water splashes in your ass, some of it comes back, it bounces off. And I think it's just drenching the bidet in shit water. And so I think when you're getting bidet, you're just getting other people's shit germs just sprayed into your asshole. And I don't trust it. Like, I don't feel comfortable with it. Like, if it was my own bidet, if I had a personal bidet, I'd be fine with it. But just everybody else is using it. I'm not into it. It fucks me up a little bit. Especially because, like, one of my roommates right now, I don't fuck with that much.
Yeah.
Not like I don't fuck with him, but, like, he kind of grosses me out. And so it's like, I in particular, I don't want your shit in my ass. Like, it's not, like, everybody. It's just kind of you. Like, yeah. So, that's something I've been dealing with. But, yeah, so I shit with a water bottle a lot so I can wet the TV.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I used to bring baby wipes to school with me
Yeah.
and bring them into the bathroom.
Do you flush them or do you throw them away?
I always flush them.
Ooh.
You're not
good.
supposed
Yeah,
to.
they're bad. Yeah, I don't know. They say you're not supposed to. Dude.
I'm a bad boy.
Yeah.
I flush my fucking wipes,
How
dude. Dude, I'm a savage, dude. But it became a big problem with my mom because like we'd have plumbing issues where she'd plunge the toilet and like wipes would come up.
Yep.
So she got the flushable wipes.
Yeah, and they say even those they're not good to flush.
Really?
Yeah, they're like you're not supposed to. It says you can, but don't. That's what they say. But I guess like they're probably better than the ones that aren't flushable.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely better than that.
There's levels to it.
But yeah, I'm definitely flushing them both. Especially if it's not my toilet. Like if I'm flushing wipes, like if I got wipes on me and I'm somewhere else. Like when I was traveling, when I was overseas, I would always have wipes because I'd be taking like nature shits.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's like super choice to have like wipes when you don't have toilet paper or like anything like that. But totally forgot what I was going with that.
Baby wipes, a lot of poo. There were some throw up jokes in there. See, oh, and we started with foreskin.
Oh yeah, started for. See, this is my shit, dude. I hate my material so much, dude. It's just like poo poo pee pee shit. Like I'm really trying to expand. Like I want to be one of those guys that like can comment on like the way it's like, you know, when you're walking down the street and like you're trying to pass somebody and they speed up. What's up with that?
What's up?
Like I want to be like that. Like I want to be able to like talk about benign shit in a funny way.
Yeah.
But I can only talk about funny things. I think just inherently funny things.
Right.
Which I feel like is a low level of comedy, where it's like, it's not very observational. It's just like I'm telling a story, something that happens.
Yeah, I feel like that's the easiest way to recognize like humor.
Yeah.
I don't really know like anything about taking it to the next level,
Me neither.
but I feel like it's just practice. You know, you gotta like, and also just watching other comedians. Like, do you have any favorite comedians that you like are inspired by?
Louis C.K. guy. I like, obviously, jerked off in front of some people. That's not cool.
Not cool. Yeah.
But like, I just love how he can tell a story and just like he can talk for like, he can tell a story and the whole time he's telling a story, there's little jokes every single step of the way.
Right.
And that's like, it's just so crazy to me that like that's gotta be like a year's worth of work right there, because it's like each one of those is a joke in itself. So it's like he probably didn't tell it in the story when he was first working it out. He like probably had like little tidbits of jokes, like this joke is good. And it's really impressive to me how he can make it all into one cohesive thing. Like the story about the dog. Have you heard his story about how his dog, he had to make his dog throw up because it ate chocolate? Oh, dude, it's so funny. He's just like talks about like the punchline, or like the end of the joke is basically just like he's like trying to shove isopropanol down his dog's throat, and he's like punching it and like trying to like make it so it's like so the dog actually eats it. Then after the dog's like, no, like whatever we had,
It's over.
It's over. Like this is dirty. But it's just like, I don't know. I guess there's not really much of a punchline, but it's a really longly winded out, like drawn out story that's just like so tight.
Yeah.
It's like every line is a fucking punch.
It's like the timing. That's the thing that's like, it gets me the most. It's like I feel like sometimes I'll be telling a story and I'll be able to like know exactly the right time to say the next thing in order to get the laugh.
Mm-hmm.
But then if I try to do it again, it just doesn't work. You know?
Yeah,
like,
dude. Because it's also, I feel like there's a bit of body language in it too, where it's like in those moments, in those spaces, like little twitches, like you can make that into something where it's like you can stop and like look around, and that like makes it too. You know, it's like because
right.
it's a more of a two-way thing. That if you're just stopping and then going, but if you just stops, like that's where it lives. I feel like that's where the comedy lives.
Exactly.
There's like a Miles Davis quote like that. It's like it's not about the notes you play. Music doesn't live in the notes you play. It lives in the space between them.
Nice.
Where it's like that's kind of the same with comedy. Where it's like it's not about the things you say. It's like the space in between. That's where the laughter is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So many connections between comedy and music, dude.
Yeah, you big music guy.
Yeah, I like music a lot. I listen to a lot of different types of music, but I just like hearing people describe it, like the theories. Because there's another joke where it's like, it's not about no note is out of tune. It's up to the next. Or it's like there is no such thing as wrong notes. It's up to the next note to determine if that note was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
And that's like big with comedy. It's like you can't say anything bad. Well, like you can say a bunch of horrible shit, but it's how you follow it up. That's when people like. Because you can say like bad things, but if you follow it up well, then it's still good work.
Right.
You know?
Just figuring it out. Like, that's the art, right?
Yeah.
Do you have like a song that's been stuck in your head lately?
Dude, it's like an old like folky. It's like an old folk song from like the Appalachian Mountains, like probably like released in like the 30s. It's called Mississippi Heavy Water Blues. It's just like a banjo and this raspy ass voice, but it's like it's weird. It sounds like there sounds like there's a lot of extra notes in it, and so it just sounds like it's a goofy sounding song, but it's just like super high and like lonesome, and you just kind of feel like you're walking through a valley. You know, I kind of like it. I like traveling songs, you know, things like getting around.
Like single instrument ukulele.
Kind of like that, but like like. Not a big uke guy.
Yeah,
not a big ukulele guy. Ukuleles are like the longboards of guitar. It's like nobody likes them, and everybody looks down on them a little bit. It's like, oh, you can longboard, but you can't really skate that.
You can't really skate.
Oh, you can play ukulele, but can you actually play the guitar though?
Yeah, the strings are in a different order.
Yeah.
That's so small.
That's the weirdest part, and there's only 3 of them.
I thought it was
There's
gotta
4.
be 4.
There's 4.
Gotta be
Okay,
4.
yeah, sure, yeah. Yeah, probably 4. Dude, I saw a sitar being played yesterday.
What?
A sitar, like this 16-string thing.
Oh shit.
Like the Indian.
Is it 2 necks?
No, it's 1 neck, but it's double string. So each thing has 2 like each knob has 2 strings coming off of it, and so it's like there's like 8 knobs at the top, and then 16 strings. It's just like a fat neck that's like this big and it's curved.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's just like it's like in that. It's in that like Hare Krishna song. It's like the wow, wow. You know, it's like I don't know. It's like the Beatles used it every now and then.
Sitar.
Sitar.
That's sick. 16 strings.
16 strings. A lot of strings.
Imagine how long it's been.
Yeah, dude. It's like it's one of the hardest instruments to learn in there.
Yeah.
Because the tune is also super wonky. You play any instruments?
I've tried to play some instruments unsuccessfully.
Yeah, dude. It's hard if you don't start young.
Right.
Like, luckily, I started like young as fuck. I played cello for 12 years.
Oh shit.
Starting when I was like 6, and I just feel really lucky about that because now I can just kind of sound out other instruments, and I'm not like like that. I'm dog shit, but like I'm not like I have a place to start from. It doesn't feel like I'm lost.
Yeah. So you play cello still?
Yeah, I got a cello. I started renting a cello again. It's like
Nice.
$35 a month.
It's pretty reasonable.
Yeah, but they like check your credit first because it's like a super expensive instrument.
Yeah.
But they're like trying like they needed proof of like that I had a job and like an income, so I had to bring in like a pay stub and shit. And like, yeah, they said they used to check people's credit, but like that was just ridiculous. Like I'm fucking 20, like
Yeah.
I'm 21 now, but it's like I shouldn't. Like I don't have a credit score. It's super weird.
Dang.
Yeah.
Cool. So you play cello? You play other instruments too?
I play guitar a little bit. I'm not great. That's about it.
Do you ever record anything?
Like, yeah, I'm not good enough.
Yeah.
Like, I could record some cello shit, but like, I stopped playing for like 3 years, and now I'm playing again. So, I'm just not as good as I was. But I'm working on this one song. That's it's just like a classic cello with the that song. I'm gonna do it at an open mic and then just be like, "That's pretty gay, huh?" It's like I think that could be funny to open with the cello and then close with comedy.
It'd be cool if you did like comedy, but like accented it with the cello.
That'd be cool. That'd be a little niche little act. You see, there's a Weird Al Yankovic movie coming out.
Oh yeah, but they have some. Who's playing the Weird Al?
Daniel Radcliffe.
Yeah,
Dude,
Daniel
Harry
Radcliffe.
Potter
Yeah.
is Weird Al.
Yeah, I'll probably watch it. I don't know. I like Weird Al.
Yeah, he seems
Cool
like
guy.
he's cool, dude. He's won 5 Grammys, dude.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Like, he's great, and like everyone loves it. He just steals other people's music, and people are like, "Yeah, dude."
Yeah,
Like,
because
do it.
you're blown up.
Yeah.
Right? It's like you're the shit if he does.
Exactly.
But he went bad for Adele. Remember when Adele was like, he like Adele did a song, then he did a song in a fat suit, just like mocking her, just, like, and it was about like eating food. And it was just like, damn. Then Adele got super skinny. I think it's just a Weird Al.
Just because of Weird
She was like, fuck, dude, they're really doing me dirty.
Dang.
I have a funny joke about, or not funny, but I have a joke about like fat people where it's like, people should be like way more comfortable. Like in this day and age, like people are starting to be more comfortable about their like sexual preferences and everything. So people ask me like what my type is. Like, what's your type? Not fat girls.
Not fat girls.
That's it.
Right.
That's my type. I'm just kidding, man. I'm just kidding. That's
I don't
so
think you're
super-
allowed to say that.
No,
though,
you're
bro.
not.
Like, they're gonna kill you. Dude.
That'd be bad, dude. But it's also it's a comedy. It's like it's a reflection of the time. It's it's like this is, I'm a vessel of society in that sense where I feel like that is not an uncommon fucking preference.
Right.
And you guys are being upset for me for saying something that we all have got together as society and agreed is true. Because it's like, that's why there's so much fucking body dysmorphia and all that shit. The body standards are skinny. Like, the ideal body right now is thin.
Yeah.
Fucking other places, like 2 years ago, it wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, I was reading about it. It's like, when there's easy access to food, then people who are, like, able to not, like, then, like, the ideal body shape is skinnier, right? Whereas in, like...
I don't know, that makes sense though.
Yeah, places that don't have as easy access to food, then it's seen as like more rare and like some unattainable thing, and then it becomes more attractive.
Mm.
Like I don't think it's just intrinsic for society to value
Yeah.
like fat people as like less attractive.
Yeah.
I just think it's like you said, the society we live in. People
These
just
conditions.
right.
So I know in ancient like Rome and Greece, it was like you were like only the nobles who were like fatter,
Exactly.
and so it was like you're the shit, you're hot as fuck.
Yeah.
Look at all that food you got in your tummy. And they're just like starving. It's that's so funny. Their sexual preferences were dictated by just like being able to like it's like, oh fuck, dude, she's so hot she could probably feed me for 2 weeks, 2 months.
2 months.
I'd be good for a little bit. She's so sexy.
I wonder if it was like, if in those times it was like, if you're fat, then you're only looking for another fat person because like,
Probably.
you're not gonna hook up with a skinny
I'm not
person.
saying I'm skinny.
Yeah.
I've worked hard to get here.
Yeah, exactly.
They put in work. They've been bulking.
My family sacrificed.
So I can get.
Want us to have skinny children.
Yeah, that's so funny. That's good. I've worked my ass off for this, alright?
It's crazy. Like if ancestors like look at what you're doing like right now, just imagine like all those people who are like, yo, with a fat family, we're so fucking sick.
Yeah, dude,
and
we're
now like they're like, dude, like society's fucked.
Yeah, this place, what is this place?
Yeah.
I don't like it. Yeah, listen, I can imagine how this would be nice in sunset. Does the sunset right over there?
Yeah, it's like,
That's super nice, dude.
and the trees kind of block it, so it's not direct
On your
sunlight.
eyes.
We're just talking about fucking sunset. Yeah. Wait, you said you did some traveling.
Yeah, I lived in New Zealand for like 4.5 months.
That's sick.
It was a good time. It's like I lived in the chlamydia capital of the world.
I didn't realize
It's
that
a place.
that was the chlamydia.
It's a
What is
thing.
the chlamydia? Is it
It's-
just New Zealand or
No,
is it a place?
it's a Hamilton, New Zealand,
Dang,
and it's got the most cases of chlamydia per capita than any other place in the world.
it's crazy. And you were like, "This is where I want to go."
Then I was like,
Yeah.
this is my place. This is I could get used to this. Yeah, it was like I just felt comfortable there.
Yeah.
Like I'm part of a bigger community
Yeah.
as a whole.
Just like your people.
Yeah,
you
these are
found
my
there.
guys.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah, I lived in New Zealand for a little bit, worked around, and then went to Indonesia and Australia.
Okay. It's like coolest experience you had. I guess it's a broad question.
I don't know. I like saw. I was like from here to the camera with like Komodo dragons, which was
Sick.
fucking dope. So like they run hella fast too. So it's like I just was like holding a stick if they came at me.
Yeah, because
Just
they're
like
poisonous.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're dangerous.
They're sick as hell. Like they just take one. Like they just bite something and then run away, and then come back like 3 days later and things fucking act. And it's like a bison. They just need one bite and then their saliva like just kills them. It's like super toxic. And then like they also eat like their own babies and shit.
Okay.
So like if you're a baby Komodo dragon, like you hide like even from your mother and father. Like you run up in the trees.
Only the strong survive.
Literally, it's like what are those? The flies, Lord of the Flies, like that over there. But this dude, I worked with, his drunk, like this actual alcoholic, where it was like started drinking it. Like it was a vacation for me. Like I got to vacation in his life, so I was like, I'll try it for a couple of weeks. Started like Bailey's in her coffee at like 9.
Dang.
First, like then we smoke a joint.
Yep.
First beer at like 10:30. Like the latest I ever saw him start drinking was like 1. Like that's the latest he
Okay.
started. So it was like always before 1, but for the most part.
Nice.
We were doing plaster work. I was a plaster apprentice, and I would just like carry around like a case of beer and this shit, like wherever we go. Like we stole a car. At one
Nice.
point, his neighbor's car. He shot at a dolphin. Like
Okay.
he fucking like we got in the water with a shark and he was trying to kill a shark. Like he was just insane.
So he just hopped him with a knife.
No, like we were on the boat and there was a mako shark or a maki shark or whatever. I think it's a mako. And he was like, "Oh shit, there's a shark." And I was like, "Oh fuck, that's crazy." You know, like scary. And he was like, "Ah, load up the harpoon gun." And so like I was like, why? But I like loaded the harpoon gun, and he was like, we're getting in. And he puts the thing in there. We jump in the water with the shark, and I don't have anything. I'm just like swimming behind him. He's got a harpoon gun. And
yeah, why are you in the water?
dude, I don't know, but he was like, you're getting in the water. And I was like, bro, like, I don't have anything here. But like, even it's still dangerous, like, because with sharks, you have to. They don't die when you shoot them.
Yeah.
You gotta follow them until they bleed out.
Mm-hmm.
And so, luckily, we didn't even get a shot off. The thing just swam away. It was like from here to like, I don't know, like probably like the car. It's weird to tell underwater, but fuckers like big, dude. They're like from you to like there.
Yeah.
Big animals. They could kill you.
Scary, dude. Like I would not jump in the water if I saw a shark.
It was super.
Like, maybe if it was a little shark.
Yeah, like a little minnow.
Yeah.
It was just like weird. It was also like a moment where like one, we had been drinking, so I was kind of just like, and two, it was just like it was so. He did it so casually that I was like, I guess I'm not in danger right now, like because he also had the harpoon gun. They're like a you know those like, the spear guns that they use.
That sounds like some Hunter S. Thompson shit.
Dude, it felt like I was like living with Hunter S. Thompson. It was like crazy. Like we'd be and it would be funny. Like when the sun went down, he'd be like, all right, let's like. He would seriously start drinking.
Yeah.
Where it's like he'd been drinking since like 11, but like when the sun sets and when he's done, that's when he like starts pounding them. And we'd literally go through like upwards of a case a day. Like it was great. He was at a point where it was great. He had a girlfriend and that I was working for. That's how I met him because I was working for. I built like a fence for his girlfriend. And so like, she was like, oh yeah, this guy will have enough pot and we'll just remove like we'll be good. Like, and he couldn't stop drinking for more than 3 days without having to be admitted to a hospital.
Yeah.
Because like he would have
Shakes.
seizures and
Yeah.
shakes and like he could die. So they need to wean him off. And I'm pretty sure his name is Wayne something.
Like Wayne's a good man.
Yeah, and he was just like, oh, cunt, like, oh, yeah, cunt, like, real, like, Kiwi, like, Maori. He was, like, part Maori, white dude, but, like, he would, like, go and take care of, like, this, not take care, but, like, some part of his family was Maori, and so we would go and hang out at the, like, little pad that they all lived at. It was, like, a little community, and, hang out with the kids and shit, but, yeah, dude, he was unhinged. It was just crazy. Like, just when he wanted to shoot the dolphin, I was like, damn. But, yeah, the kicker, the thing that made me leave was he had this really old dog that was, like, 13. I was, like, fucking dying. It was, like, it smelled so bad, too. And one day he accidentally ran it over.
Ah.
Yeah, the dog was, like, his reasoning was, like, it's too old to even move out of the way of the car. Well, you also could have fucking looked, like, to see if your dog, his name was Jasper, the dog. And so I didn't see this happen, but me and his son, Sage, who was like 21, and I was like 19 at the time, or 18, I just turned 19. And so me and Sage are just like smoking a ball, like having a beer. And he's like, oh, like, you guys need to move the possums out of the freezer. And we were like, what? And he's like, yeah, you need to move possums out of the freezer, make room for Jasper. We were like, what? And he was like, yeah, I had to put Jasper down. And so he shot Jasper in the head, and like we had to fucking carry this like 70-pound dog, like his dog, into the freezer. And so he put this dog in the freezer, and we were like, why are we doing this? And he's like, oh, it'll make a sweet poncho. And I was just like, what, dude? Like, you're gonna skin this fucking thing? And I just left after that. I was like, I just can't be here anymore. Like, that was the line for me. I was like, God damn it, like, I don't want to be around and you skin this dog. It was just fucked up. I also went to a cockfight in Indonesia. A couple of cockfights.
That's quite crazy.
It was insane. It was jarring. A lot of blood.
Yeah, I can
A
imagine.
lot more blood than you think.
Don't they put knife, or they
They
sharpen?
strap talons on them.
Oh,
They
strap
it's called a tongue shen or some shit. It's like a blade.
Yeah.
And they fucking, yeah. It's really upsetting.
Right. That's fucked. Did you make any money? Like.
Yeah, dude. I actually, like, but the thing is, it's like, you don't really give a shit when you have money on it. Like, I was thinking, like, dude, I hope this chicken kills this other chicken. Like, I want this chicken to die right now. And it's like, it's a weird moment because you're just completely numb to, like, the suffering of this animal.
It's just fucked. Like.
Super fucked.
So fucked.
But I made a lot of money.
How much?
I made I gambled I think like 800,000 rupiah, which is like Indonesian money, and that's like $80.
Nice.
And so I made I think I don't know, like 1.9 million, which is like 190.
That's sick, dude.
We made like 3 bets, 3 different fights. And
How do you choose like which one is better? It's just
no
like.
idea. I think that's
Oh.
it was like there was like a big chicken and then a chicken with long legs. And I was like, I bet the long-legged chicken is gonna win.
Yeah.
Because like the longer like the higher you can reach, right? So,
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
I figure you don't need bigness, you just need to be able to reach their face.
So this is after you ran away from.
That's after, yeah, that's that
Bastard,
dude. Yeah, so I came down, so we were in the way north of New Zealand, like the bush. I came down to this like little surf town, Raglan, started working at like a vineyard and at like a hotel. I was like a bar back at a hotel, and then in like 3 days a week I worked at like just pruning plants. And I just met this girl who's like living in the same area as me. And I was just like, she was like, yeah, I'm going to Indonesia in like a couple of weeks if you want to come. Looked at tickets, I had enough money, so I was like, fuck it, sure, why not? Went to Indonesia for like almost a month, like 3 weeks. And that was right when COVID was starting too.
Oh shit.
So like, I could have had COVID at one point in Indo because I got really fucking sick, like super sick, and I was like sweating all day, like, and then it just kind of went away. But then I went to Australia, and then I had to get flown back before all the borders closed. I would have been stranded in Australia. We had a hostage or some shit.
Yeah, that would be fucked.
Yeah,
It wasn't too hard to get out.
like, nah, American, like, if you're American abroad, like, people are like, you're fine. Like, it took me, like, I forgot to get my visa for Australia, and so I was in the airport, and they wouldn't let me on the plane without a visa, and I was able to get a visa in, like, 20 minutes. Like, I was just on my computer, and they just sent it to me, and I was like, oh, sweet. Like, I would have been stranded in Indonesia.
Yeah. Guess that's gnarly. How long were you traveling for?
Like, probably like six and a half months, probably, something like that. I'm not really sure the exact time. I know I left for there in November and got back in like probably like May or August, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. Yeah, I think it could have been late April, early May.
Did you go there with a lot of money saved up? Did you have?
I had like
work as you went?
I worked as I went, but I also went with 2,500.
Okay.
And so I got there and kept working, worked for room and board, so I didn't really have to spend much money for a while. And just like, I like hitchhiked, because you can still hitchhike in New Zealand, it's like a common thing. So like, super easy to travel around, like I hitchhiked like 100 kilometers, like a decent amount of miles. And that's how I got from place to place. It was pretty fun. Yeah, people are super nice to you if you're like me. Like, people were super nice to me. I don't know. People are always nice. I just can't speak to anybody else. Because there was a hitchhiker that recently like got shot and murdered.
Shit.
Like, there's 2 hitchhikers that got murdered like a month before I got there. And I was like, fuck. And people are like almost like half the people that hitchhiked was like, oh, you hear about those hitchhikers? And I was like, yeah, you know, I did. What can you do?
You're just waiting for the guy to get like, oh, that was me.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, because whenever they brought it up, it was either like concerned moms or like, because that was like a lot of people that picked me up were like people that were like, oh, like my son's just like exactly like your age, like can I give you like a ride somewhere? One time I thought I was gonna get laid. The girl wanted to come into, like, I was living in a giant RV and I was renovating. I was like taking out all the electrical and like doing a paint job and shit. And the girl like really wanted to come in, but I was like, I just didn't understand what was going on. And I was just like, yep, no, nothing to see in there. And like, but she was like an older woman. I could have bagged a milk, dude. Would have been cool. She was like fucking 45, 50.
45.
Living tote.
It's like, is that like your upper limit, or do you have like doesn't matter?
No, it doesn't really matter. There's a lower limit, but not an upper limit.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah,
Lower
that's
limit's
good.
the most important.
Yeah, exactly. Lower limit's the most important limit. That's the hard limit.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big line. Not like that water polo coach.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know which one, but
Dude, did you not hear about this?
is he here?
Yeah, dude. So the assistant water polo coach on the men's water polo team, the fucking FBI came to Davis and arrested him for distribution of child porn.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and he was like the coach of the 12 and under team.
Wow.
Yeah, for like the kids.
That's at UC Davis.
UC Davis.
It's crazy, dude.
And they're scrubbing that shit, dude. They got him off all UC, like all pictures of the department are gone. Like anything that he's in is gone. Now they're doing like an internal investigation because they gotta go to all the kids and be like, hey, listen, they never touch you.
Mm-hmm. How long ago was this?
2 days ago.
What the
3
fuck?
days ago. Yeah. It's like not in the news. Like people like, it's not in any significant like California news thing.
How'd you hear about it?
Word of mouth, because one of my friends worked with him. He worked at the athletic department, like saw him several, like multiple times.
Did they say like he was weird at all? Like,
No, he was a super nice guy, normal ass dude. Like, hey, how you doing? Fine, you. That type of shit.
goddamn, dude.
Crazy stuff, man.
Fucking wild. 2 days ago?
It was like this week. I don't know if he was arrested 2 days ago, but we found out like recently.
Yeah.
Like, and it was like early. I think it was like on Monday.
That shit's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
FBI and
The
everything.
literally like, but the report said like, the FBI was familiar with these clips already,
Yeah.
and so like the FBI does a lot of shit where like they'll like keep child porn in circulation
Just so they can.
so they can nail people for distributing it because you can't because it's like if they didn't make the porn themselves, they can't be charged really. You can be charged with possession, but that's like sometimes not even jail time.
Right.
You know, so they want to get him for like he got like 7 counts of distribution. I think his sentence is gonna be like 15 to 20 years, or like 10 to 20 years. Could be 5, honestly, 5 to 15 maybe. But he's out on bail right now.
No.
Yeah, he had $100,000 bail, which is super cheap for child molesting.
Who has $100,000 just?
So the thing is,
Whoa.
his little sister is on the women's volleyball, water polo team here. So her older brother was just arrested for distribution of child porn. She's still going here.
Yeah.
Their parents probably paid $100,000 to get them out. That was probably her tuition. Like,
Yeah.
she's like, there goes her whole entire tuition on this fucking guy's bail.
Dude, imagine what she's feeling, dude.
Dude, that's like super fucking scary.
Like, do you even talk to him again? Like, what? It's like your brother. You know him your whole life.
I don't know.
And then the FBI just goes like, yo.
And then you find out he jerks off to like children.
And he's telling other people how they can.
Yeah, and he's like spreading the videos and shit. Like, that's insane to me. Like, you definitely just. I think he's still talking. You're just like, yo, you're fucking sick in the head. Like, you're like disabled. You have a mental disability.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just scary. Like, that's also just.
That's heavy shit, dude. That's 2 days ago. Fuck, dude.
Yeah, super recent, dude.
Damn.
It's always interesting. It's like he was a 12 and under coach. Wouldn't that be the first place you looked for a pedophile?
Right.
You know.
It seems like whenever they find them, they're somehow working in a job that's close to children.
Right.
Which, you know, but like.
I feel like we should be doing some background checks.
Yeah, but like.
How do you prove that?
I don't know, man. I feel like the FBI, if they know, they don't have to wait for all the charges, dude. They're just like, alright, you have child porn, get away from the kids now. You know, like.
But they do wait for the charges.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, they just let them keep working with the kids for like however many months. That's
Building
fucked.
a case.
That's not.
We gotta
I don't
build a
like that,
case.
man. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, dude. I mean, the FBI's done worse shit.
Just like, hey, yo, like, water polo department, this guy's gotta go.
Yeah, just be like, hey, would you mind like putting him on a little leave?
Just tell him he showed up late once and like he needs to go. I don't
Yeah.
fucking know. Like,
True.
it's just fucked that they know and then they're like, okay, we'll take our time with this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like that shit.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
That's like,
Check.
getting all those points. I remember I saw you do comedy once. And I think twice you've gone to like bestiality or something. That's
Dude,
interesting.
it's like a big fucking, for some reason, that's like something I can sink my teeth into.
Right.
It's like, I don't think I want to fuck an animal. That don't
Right.
get me. I'm just not my thing.
Yeah.
Just don't get me hard.
I don't think you're alone in that.
Yeah, I'm pretty average when it comes to like my sexual preference.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, dude.
No dogs.
Yeah. Pretty much all people.
Yeah,
Human beings.
people.
But for some reason, man, like that's something I could really sink. Like, I one of the first like considerable thoughts of on bestiality that I had that I wrote about was like, you know those donkey shows down in TJ, like where like a guy will get fucked by a donkey.
I feel like I've heard that before.
It's like a thing.
That's crazy.
It's like a real thing, where it's like a common thing.
I don't even believe that. Like,
No, it's a thing.
I know it's happened before. There's like an infamous video of like a horse fucking a guy, and like he died. I haven't seen it, but like people talk about it a lot. I don't know. Yeah, it's good. Wasn't he like inside of like a plastic horse that he built or something like
No,
that?
I think he's
Or,
just
like,
standing there, dude.
okay, yeah, I don't know, but like, wow. Anyway,
Yeah, it's just-
wait, so this happens.
It's like a real thing, you know. It's like
Yeah.
where you can go to a place and every like Thursday nights it's donkey time, it's donkey night or some shit. But it's like, yeah, like you can go and pay money to go. It's like the red light, dude. You can fuck kids down TJ. Like
Right.
the red light district is super fucked up down there.
That's crazy.
Like there's like one of my friends knew a guy in high school that got arrested because he went down TJ and had sex with a minor,
What?
and like he got his ass beat and like fucked up down there, and then he came back up, and then like they're like, we're doing an investigation. But like, yeah, like hella fuck shit goes down there. Like it's really scary, but it's also I feel like there's some parts that are really fun. I've never been all the way to TJ.
Right. Like I think the government should have less control there.
It's all run by the
Yeah.
narcos.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, like I want to know like the type of relationship that builds. You know, if you're using the same donkey and the same guy every
Oh
time,
God.
like there's some sort of bond that you get from that. Like there's gotta be some sort of, because that's a very comfortable, intimate type of thing.
Yeah, you're just the guy who gets fucked by a donkey. Or
But
do
then
you
the
fuck
donkey is like, he's getting fucked by it.
Okay.
And the donkey's thinking like, man, like, I just want to know what the donkey thinks, man. I want to know if the donkey's like chill with it. You know, like I wonder how consensual it is. Like, does this donkey want to be fucking this guy? I don't know. I think about that.
That's so fucked, dude. That reminds me of something even just equally fucked. There's this like team of researchers who are researching dolphins and shit,
Mm.
and some of them had sexual relations with dolphins, and then the dolphins would get like jealous of like other people. It was really weird.
Wait, is this real?
It's real.
Dude, I could have heard about this. The
Yeah.
researcher fucking like getting like
This
jerking
was a
off
while
a
ago.
donkey.
Yeah.
But
this
did they
was a while
fuck or
ago.
did he just like rub their or cheat?
I don't. There was like some sexual shit with dolphins, and like the dolphins also like they were like they had you said relationship building,
Yeah.
some shit like that where they would like there'd be jealousy and shit,
It's so
and they
it's
shut
kinda
the whole
cute.
program down. And I think one of the dolphins like committed suicide or something. Yeah.
Damn, that's super sad. I guess that's not cute at all.
Yeah, definitely not cute.
Yeah. Well, I just like the time is getting jealous. Like, I'm not towards guys fucking like a man, the bestiality part, but like I like the thought of like one dolphin getting jealous of another dolphin. Like, you know, not about fucking humans, but maybe about fucking other dolphins. You know, I like that. I like the little cattiness. I love like societies of animals.
Definitely the most fucked up podcast I've done so far.
Yeah, I'm sorry, dude. I don't know. When you get me going, you brought up bestiality, not me. I was ready to not
I
talk
brought
about
it up
it.
because you brought it up.
Yeah. I had this joke. It was like, you know what's worse than fucking a dog? You know, fucking a puppy.
Right.
What's worse than being a bestiality is being a pedophilic bestiality.
See, that's a good joke. I think I heard you say that one before.
That's like one that I've come back to before. But yeah, dude.
Jesus.
It's tough to get a laugh out of that.
You have to warm them up somehow. Like,
Yeah. you gotta be real depraved. Like you gotta hate yourself more than you gotta like show that it's like you're the butt of the joke. Like that's my,
Think so?
because like I used to be like my sets used to go better when I would rag on myself a lot more. Like God, I fucking don't like myself, like that whole shtick. And now I'm just equally as fucking obnoxious and like crude, but less of the self hatred. You know, less of like that, or like what is it called? The self. What's that word when you like nitpick yourself? The self-deprecating.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
less self-deprecating, and so people are just like more like. I think it's like more abrasive to people. Whereas like if it's more inwardly focused, people are okay with it.
I feel like that'll help us set up if you're like, I'm so fucked up. Like, I just had to stop the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's how I used to phrase it, like
Yeah.
intrusive thought. Like I had this one intrusive thought where I was like, man, am I fucking like crazy? Like, because it was like a shot of like a robin, like you know those robins, like with the orange bellies and they pull the worms.
Oh, Robin.
Yeah, yeah. And so like, what was the thought? I remember this like so vividly. Like you know those toys that when you squeeze them, their eyes come out like that.
Yeah.
Like just the thought of that just being shoved on your dick and their eyes like popping out like that. It was very like a little corn dog.
What?
I don't know where the fuck it came from, dude. But like, it was just this weird thought that I like haven't shook for years.
Dang.
And it's never gonna like. But it was just like this weird thing where I was like, this isn't healthy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think these are healthy thoughts.
Yeah, maybe
But
not.
luckily, it's not something I think about very like often. It's
Yeah.
not something that I'm like constantly going over. It's like it was like one intrusive thought that I'm like, damn.
Stuff
That was
with you.
fucked up. Like,
Yeah.
why did I think that?
Shit.
Yeah, luckily it's not like a thing that's on my mind a lot. So
You think like a lot of your comedy comes from like intrusive thoughts you try and like make funny
yeah,
in some way?
it's like how I rationalize it. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, that's super fucked up. Why did I do that? How did that come from? And then the comedy is like me trying to come to terms with it. I think this was how I like process things.
Shit, I don't even know like where to go from here.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Covered a pretty wide range of things. Do you see comedy as something you're gonna stick with for a while? Or
Yeah.
like long term?
Probably like the rest of my life.
That's sick.
It's just something that's like an outlet. It's just a creative outlet.
Yeah.
Some people it's other things. For me, it's this.
Do you think it'll be mostly like up here, NorCal, Davis area, or like
Wherever I am.
just everywhere?
Yeah, I
You don't
just
have like a specific destination.
no. It's like the part of the reason I really want to do comedy or like writing, like be a writer, is because it's like it fits my like. I really like a more nomadic lifestyle. Like I really like just traveling, going from one place to the next, to the next, to the next. Like that's where I feel like more, like not most, I guess, but like I feel very comfortable. Like that's when I feel like I'm my best self. Is when I'm like moving around. And so I just think like it'd be really good for me. Like that'd be easy lifestyle for me to get into if I was like touring, or it's like if I was like able to like go from one place to the next place to the next place,
Yeah, you need like a manager of some kind to like book you shows around the country.
Yeah, so that'd be sick.
Yeah. Like it would be pretty cool.
But like you need to get good.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm just not there yet.
We just need to like be good for one guy once.
True.
That guy's the right person.
True. Yeah. That's why the shit with Dan, like I really want to fucking figure out where he goes up.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's sad.
I'll introduce you to David.
David,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
his name. Yeah, David. Okay.
Yeah, he's got a spot. Couple spots. He took me to this place once because like if you bring like a friend, then you're guaranteed like time on stage.
Oh, that's a comedy spot.
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
you went there once. But you said you have trouble if you're not going first, so like I don't know any way to like. make
Not,
sure you
no,
go
I would
first.
go. It's not about not going
Or,
first.
like,
It's just
in the
about like
front.
an hour.
Weird.
Fucking. If
Yeah,
I'm like
yeah.
sitting around for an hour before I go up, it's like fuck. Well, I'm probably just gonna be drinking.
Right.
You know?
Right.
It's like just I get bored.
But yeah, definitely Sacramento. There's a lot more like hopping than Davis, especially because you're doing it mostly like mixed mics.
Mm-hmm.
Where you like are oftentimes one of the only comedians,
Mm-hmm.
and like the crowd's not really necessarily looking for comedy. Whereas if
Exactly.
you go to like a comedy centric place, people are like
They're
gonna be
listening.
more receptive, right? Because if people just like they're listening to like some guy in the banjo, and then you come up talking about like fucking dogs. It's, like,
Yeah,
it's
true.
kind of a switch, you know.
Yeah,
People
dude.
aren't ready for it.
Definitely. And like half of it is just getting everybody facing the same fucking direction.
Right. Yeah. There's a lot of
And
side
that's
conversations.
Yeah,
Also.
it's not the case with mixed open mics. But
Yeah.
the one thing I do like about mixed open mics is that if you bomb at a comedy open mic, everybody's like, yeah, you fucking bombed. Like, so what? Like,
Yeah.
You know, like it happens. Most of us do it. But if you bomb at a mixed open mic, people are just like, if you're not funny, people will go, oh, you're so brave. Like, that's how you know you did bad. So if people come up and be like, hey, but you got up there.
You got
You got up there and that's so brave. Like, you did so good. It's like, no, I know I did shitty.
Shit. All right, I want to close it pretty soon here, but I like to ask people: have you ever had like a spiritual experience, or anything like by your own terms, a spiritual experience?
I mean, I've prayed before, and there's been times where it's like, am I religious? But I don't believe in God at all. And I know it's bullshit. It was just like, it was for dumb shit. I was like, please don't let my girlfriend move to LA. Like, just she was moving out. I was like, oh, you know, like, but it was just like bullshit. Like, I've never really believed it. It was always kind of not enforced on me, but it was always like tedious for me. So I went to Hebrew school and like fucking, I was always in like temple for the high holidays, and my parents would always do like Shabbat every Friday, and it was just like, it's not for the God, it's for family. It's just for all of us to get together. And, I believe in people. So,
All right. Yeah, I believe in people. Sometimes.
Every now and then.
Yeah, fucking people are disappointing a lot of times, but also like surprising. It's like I feel like life's like a straight line, and then I live for like the moments in between. Like you're saying,
Yeah.
it's the moments. It's the fucking
It's every now and then.
moments between the notes. Fucking moments between the fucking comedy.
Yeah.
Where the laughs are. It's fun. Like this. This fucking moment that breaks up everything else. Crucial.
Yeah.
Do you have anything like closing you want to say?
You can follow me in real life near Turtle House if you want to follow me.
Wednesdays at
Wednesdays at Sophia's,
Sophia's.
Thursdays at G Street.
Hell
I'm
yeah.
there.
Second biggest, second best live podcast in the world.
Happy to be here. Thank you.
Theo.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.